Alright, hey guys, and welcome back to the channel with another Star Wars Battlefront 2 video. And in today's video, I just want to go over my first impressions and thoughts about the new update that came to Star Wars Battlefront 2 yesterday, which was of course the Battle of Scarif update. Now this was a bit of a bittersweet moment because of course it is the last regular content update for the game. You know, Battlefront 1 2015 ended with Scarif, and now there's Battlefront 2. It's a bit of poetry, you know, as George Lucas always said, in Star Wars, it's like poetry. But there is a lot to get through in this update, guys, and a lot to talk about, obviously, because it is the last content update that we know of that is coming to the game. So let's get straight into it. If you guys enjoy these videos, make sure to leave a like, subscribe for more Star Wars Battlefront 2 content in the future. I will be continuing with Star Wars Battlefront 2, guys, so don't worry about that. Now let's of course start off with the biggest content in the update, guys, and that is of course the Gonk droid being fixed in the campaign. No, I'm just joking, guys. It is of course the original trilogy coming to Supremacy, and of course we now know it's not called Capital Supremacy because we've known for a while now that there are no ships in the original trilogy. No capital ships coming, so we can't actually board anymore in the original trilogy. Of course we can still do that in the prequel and sequel era, but with the original trilogy it's basically just ground conquest, which is actually making me like Supremacy a lot more, especially like obviously in the original trilogy, because the games don't last for so long. You know, they're very quick, they're very, you know, fast paced. I do enjoy it a lot more. It doesn't get me bored as often, so I might actually be playing the original trilogy Supremacy a lot more. I hope you guys will enjoy that. Now, of course, we had 5 maps come to original trilogy Supremacy, and they were, of course, the new map of Scarif, Death Star 2, Yavin 4, Tatooine, and Hoth. Now, I played on most of these maps, guys, but unfortunately, I haven't played on the Mos Eisley map yet. But from my playtime over the last couple of hours, they're actually pretty well balanced, I have to say. The one thing I would have to say, though, is that the spawns, I think, need to be changed. I've spawned in a lot recently, even just on the default spawn, and I get basically spawned next to a hero. It gets very frustrating, so I think the spawns may need to be changed on some maps. It doesn't happen all the time, but that's probably just one thing to look out for. Now, Scarif is of course the new map in the Battle of Scarif update, obviously, and I have to say, it is probably one of my favorite maps, if not my favorite map in Supremacy in general. It's just very well laid out, very well spaced, and I think a lot of people thought it was going to be too small. I think it's just the right size for Supremacy. You know, a lot of the command posts are not, you know, they're not very close in together, and the layout of the map works well for this mode overall. So as I said, guys, Scarif is probably my favorite map in Supremacy. I want to know what your favorite map is in Supremacy. If you guys would like me to do a ranking video of the maps as well, let me know in the comment section below, because I'll be planning on doing that soon. And lastly, before we move on, guys, it's just a lot of vibes came back from playing this map from Battlefront 2015, you know, playing that map for the first time. And of course, this is, you know, it's basically a ported map from Battlefront 2015. There are subtle changes which I like a crashed X-Wing, the downed AT-AT. It brings a good life to the map. But this vibe that brought me back from Battlefront 2015, it was really nostalgic. And you know, I know that Battlefront 2015, it's not that great. It's not. I played it the other week. It's not the greatest aged game, to be honest. This Battlefront 2 is definitely better in most regards. So it's good that Scarif is now back in this game, so I can play it a lot more. Now, moving on to the other maps, guys, like I said before, they are pretty well rounded. I am going to play them a lot more during this next week, so I probably will do an updated review of this update probably next week sometime after a week the update's been out, just to give you my final thoughts and reviews on this final update. Now, moving on to some other maps that you may not have noticed that came into the game, because, you know, a lot of people were really focused on the Supremacy mode at the moment, but new maps did come to HFE, and they were, of course, Scarif, which was great because we never actually got a HFE Scarif map in Battlefront 2015, and we also got the Crate map. Basically that is from The Last Jedi, and I've got to say, this is probably the most beautiful map in all of the game. And I did just take a couple of screenshots, if you see here, guys, me versus Luke on Crate, and it's basically straight out of films. You get some mods on here, and you can basically reenact that scene from The Last Jedi, so massive props to DICE for this map. Now to talk about the next biggest thing that came in this update, and that was of course the new skins that were added. Now I think this is the most amount of skins that we've ever gotten in an update, except for that massive Clone Wars drop that we got about a year and a half ago. Now, I did talk about these skins briefly yesterday in my video, but I just want to quickly go over them again. Of course, we have Darth Maul's Old Master skin, which of course Darth Maul is one of the most requested skins that we ever got, of course, with his robotic legs. And he does have robot legs in here, not the one that a lot of people were after, but still cool nonetheless. And of course, The one big problem is that is locked behind a 5,000 kill with Darth Maul paywall. I did say eliminations, guys, and I did say you could get assists with it, but it's now being confirmed that you can only get kills with it. Now, people have actually put up petitions to try and actually get this, amount reduced, which I can understand, but I can also see, it is a grind for it. It is for, those veteran players who really like to use Darth Maul, because you get 5,000 kills with Darth Maul, you're going to be a good Darth Maul player. Now, I know this is a hot topic in the community at the moment, guys, so let me know what your thoughts and opinions are about this. Next up, we have Rey's hooded skin, or her resilient skin, which is of course unlocked in the Easter egg on Takodana. Now, I've already done a video of how to actually get this skin, guys. I've already got it. I know a lot of you already have as well, but if you don't know how to actually unlock it, I'll put a link to that video in the description below so you guys can go quickly unlock it. It's pretty easy, so just follow step by step and you'll get that resilient skin, and you just get it from a crate once you actually complete the milestone. We also have the Rey Skywalker skin, basically the Rey from the Rise of Skywalker update skin, but with her yellow lightsaber. Now, I've got to say that even though it is just basically the same skin with the different lightsaber, it is probably my favorite skin to date just because of that yellow saber. And of course, it does come with her custom hilt as well, which of course made from her staff. And also, if you look at the animation when she actually turns on her lightsaber, she actually flicks her thumb as she does in the movie as well. So very good detail by DICE there. Next up, we have another skin from the Rise of Skywalker, and this is Palpatine's Sith Eternal Robes. Now, this is of course how he looks like in the Rise of Skywalker. Now, I have to say, I was expecting a little bit more from the skin. It was pretty bland in my opinion. I thought his eyes could do a bit more. They are a bit more popped, but I think it could do a bit more, maybe a bit of a face change as well, to make what he looks like actually in the movie. It does look like more like what he's from Return of the Jedi. And in the Rise of Skywalker, he looks what he's like in the Revenge of the Sith. So maybe a bit of a face change could have worked on this one. But, for all those Palpatine players, there has the skin for you, because I know he's one of the most requested skins, as well as Darth Maul. Next up, we have the final hero skin, which is, of course, Kylo's Reforged skin. Now, this is basically the Rise of Skywalker Kylo Ren skin with his helmet. But now it's with his hood up. Now, I know a lot of the players were looking for this skin, so now you have it. So it's basically the same as Kylo Ren's default skin, just with the cracked mask. So, for those players who wanted it, there you go. But I'm not, a massive fan of this skin, to be honest. Now, finally, we did get a few Trooper skins, which of course are the Shore Trooper and the female Zabrak skin for the Specialist. Now, the female Zabrak skin, I wasn't too fussed about, to be honest. Like, it looks pretty cool, but I'm probably gonna keep it on my Aqualash and Twilight, to be honest. I think they look a lot better. And of course, the Shore Trooper, I think, is probably one of the best. Of course, we finally get Empire skins, and the Shore Trooper is probably one of the most requested Empire skins that we ever could get. I know a lot of people in the community wanted this skin, so it's finally good to see it come into Battlefront 2. Now, of course, we also got the Rebel Pathfinder skin, but unfortunately, that is only available on Scarif. It's only basically a default skin for Scarif, and you can't actually wear it anywhere else, which is a bit unfortunate. I would have liked to see another Rebel outfit, but there you go. But that is the most of the major content that I want to cover in this video, guys. Of course, we had other little bug fixes and tweaks that came in this update, a lot of hero fixes as well, but I'll go over them in a separate video. Like I said, I'll do another update review probably next week sometime, when I actually get a good feel for the new tweaks and changes that came into in this update. Now, I know a lot of people were expecting a lot more from this update, but I probably were expecting this, to be honest. A new hero, people were expecting new heroes, new reinforcements. I would have really liked a new reinforcement for each era, but unfortunately, that is not what is meant to be. Now, this, of course, is the last major content for Battlefront 2. It is sad. It is a bit, emotional, I guess you could say. I know a lot of people are emotional right now. I was speechless when I first found out what was happening. I'm going to have a video discussing my own thoughts and opinions about this, guys, so keep an eye out for that. But yeah, let me know what you guys thought about this update. I probably give it about an 8 out of 10, just because the skins look awesome. The OT Supremacy is great, and that Heroes as Villains on Crate is an absolutely beautiful map. So, great job to DICE for all those beautiful things. And like I said, we'll go over in a deep detail about the new changes in a separate video, guys, so keep an eye out for that. But thank you guys so very much for watching this video. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to leave a like, comment, share, and subscribe. Let me know what your thoughts and opinions about this update, guys. What's your most favorite part? As always, may the Force with you all, always.